Me famulem, una good evening, good afternoon, or good morning. This na on a program again, Salone CashBox. Me famulem, today na the 13th of March 2024. 13th of March 2024. It remind me of we dey play. I don't know who's game that one day. As soon as I reach 13 matter, so say yeah 6-1, something like that. 1 yeah, I think that's it. 2 to Lele, 3 na 3 pong, 4 follow me, 5 na 5 yeah, 6 Cecilia, 7 na towel, 8 Lele Kwa, 9 na 9 yeah, 10 Chicago, 11 na towel, I don't know, I think 7 na towel, 12 na kerosene, 13 13 was hard to say. Anyway. The problem today is the 13th of March 2024. You see, Salon people, today I can talk about something we are titled bargaining power. You know, Salon people, bargaining power. Now, like, wait till I will say top price. You know, when you the top price, it get different in them where you the factor, whether you when are you not the buyer or you when are you not the seller. It depends who that get for win, who that get for make more money from incomping, and who that get for save more money from incomping. It depends the position where you did, position of strength. It also how desperate the person want buy and how desperate the person want sell. This is the reason we make, like, when you go into a negotiation, you for always go that negotiation in the position of strength. Do not go as a desperate man, because if you do, you will always lose from the deal. You know, Salon people, waiting make I decide for title this audio today now, because yesterday I tell her, I say I will talk in detail about waiting on a first lady go say, where you say, oh, all the companies they're owned by foreigners, and like a mining company go make $1 million, they only they give the country $10,000 That's rubbish. That's not true. However, Salon people, if that is the case, it is because we are not negotiating in the position of strength. You know, back in the days, back a few years ago, Salon people, I remember these were the criticism, directed at the last government, the APC government, saying that they will give 99 years contract to SL Mining. Again, that is because we are not negotiating from the position of strength. And waiting, they bring this strength for make we able go into a negotiation, with like all the power, we get the strength for able go into a negotiation. Waiting they bring about. Waiting they bring that strength about. Some people are they tell you the thing where they make we go into any negotiation on a position of strength, not the political decision. You know, Salon people, that statement they were the first lady say, oh, that's so foreign. Look, even in the UK, in fact, the FTSE 100, like the FTSE, basically, Salon people, it just mean they just pronounce and so FTSE, so then they can just call out for short FTSE 100. Within the FTSE 100, now the biggest 100 companies there in the UK. In terms of market capitalization, in terms of like their worth and how people then value them. And the FTSE FTSE means like Financial Times Stock Exchange. Now it just mean. So like FTSE, they just they call them for short, FTSE 100. Salon people, in the FTSE 100, 85% of the 100 companies are foreign-owned companies in the UK. So to say that they're owned by foreigners and all that is not the case. And the only reason why we're losing so badly, it is because we are not negotiating from a position of strength. You see, some people, the bargaining power for I remember back in the days where, me going to school, like, say, tell me, Papa, they go with me for go buy, trainers, crepe, salon people, na Victoria Park, back in the days. I remember my papa be get one thing where he hate, where the people where they sell. My papa when you make that comments, they elect how you that trainers they find. Elect how it be say that you want to get them. Elect how like me want that trainers they. When I can pray on my heart for make that then trainer they did not tell and that word they. The except if they negotiate they pay top price, then the trader just say, oh, buy no buy. Me papa hates that talk day. The moment you say buy no buy, 10,000 or 5,000, elect how that trainers they find or that crepe they find. They know they buy them. And they find them very, very rude. Buy no buy. So you see, salon people, if you go and go talk price, it depends. So even you safe. Now I make like then country there, the Western world, most of the time when you go to like shops, it asks for me you talk price. It asks for me you talk price. It's like then people already saying like that then shop them say, oh no, I'll give this. It's like, but you all thing them when they sell now you get price tag on them. You don't even need for top price. But you know what? Then they talk price behind the scene. They do talk price. Because all of these shops are well regulated. They get like regulatory body them where they actually kind of like check that like the people that when they sell, no, they rip we the buyer them off. They do. They do talk price on we behalf. And you go kind of like come on say, well, how then they know say them people are the big profit? There are different ways. I know say some people like they talk like they starting close them, oh, they work, then say, oh, well, if you buy na Primark, you buy this designer shop there, I would say they're all not the same. No, it's not true. It is not true at all. It is not true. Like the time, now I make even also the regulatory body then they factor the service way that they render. I remember, when we cousin come out Salone come London. So we keep comping, like around London Bridge. So, and then one me cousin they were a teacher where they walk around London Bridge and Borough area. So like we be the try for talk like we be the big joke where we provoke that because they the London Bridge say, oh, it's in a posh area, expensive area and stuff like that. And then like now because you really walk around London Bridge for say he said that so one day at the car he said because normally you can buy in breakfast like around the side where they leave and then say they get in train and stuff like that for go walking along London Bridge. He said so where you can buy in breakfast like croissant, like you go buy them certain one, you go buy them certain the ATP and all that thing and he said one day night come, he said him be the one late, he just say man he can buy them that London Bridge because he not 28 way begin walk there. He said when you go there like that, where you go to the one shop like that, the very croissant where they buy. The side where they come out for 80p, 60p. When it come down London Bridge, then they sell on £2.30. You see who's getting this? Because even the regulatory bodies, them salon people, they factor in like the service that this like on this high-end stores them, they charge. They factor it in there. The service that they render. Salon people, you only they get the bargaining power In other words, the way what I mean by bargaining power, Uda all the sharp side to the neck. The reason why we they get bad deals them, it is not because they were rip way off. It is because we are not negotiating. We are not going into a negotiation. We need to go talk price from a position of strength. Doing business with Salone people, it gets immense inherent risk. In other words, risk them where Sidom inside we country. And the sad thing is, the financiers them can actually kind of like, talk about risk where, they like you get systematic risk and unsystematic risk. You get risk them way you able kind of like, transfer, you able to reduce and all that in the day. You get risk them way you not able to reduce and all that in the day. But Salone people, the risk where they make always we go into contracts them, we go into negotiation from a weaker position. Now risk them where we able kind of like mitigate, we able to avoid, we able to reduce them. And these are the political risk. This is not the reason why make sometimes people accusing me of avoiding the economy and talking about politics, like they're facing a bad thing that they do. Honestly, it can sound. Please don't say that. Don't say that. Because Salone people, the reason why we go into this contract from a losing position, now because of bad political decisions. Then, very bad political decisions. The reason why I go after bad politicians. Like when I talk about Kelfala Maraba, the Rokel Commercial Bank, where he kept quiet until a launching campaign. It's not because like I want to pick on them. When I talk about like the Richard Conte, the Minister of Trade, former Minister of Trade or so, like they left all they're supposed to tell me about who side the rest price be there. Almost they be the buy the world at the time. And all of these things. Salone people, it is because them thing they lead to unaccountable government. The governments are not being held accountable. And as a result, it creates this risk here where they go into contract them where like from a weaker position. The reason why I go after people like Genche Ikoko, the reason why I go after people like Samura Kamara, because they condone for make with democracy the weak every day. Salone people, hopefully since I can play, and I need to deviate now, yeah. And I can play, you see, when people in the go na Salone, then they do, forget about even the news, whether they hear out there, they do their due diligence. And when they do their due diligence, like in other words, then they kind of like go dig for themselves. Then they go find out for themselves. They get wisdom out in the dorm. When they go do their due diligence, if they notice that the politicians are hiding these things, they create more problem for make them not even go Salone. If waiting they find out the politicians are challenging them, it make them say, see, this country they move some